Hi, everybody. It's Amy at Sage Connections again to give you your weekly reading for February 19th through the 25th. Okay, so I have already drawn out the cards. I've already made notes of what's going on. I do this from the Psycho Tarot deck from John Holland's. Okay, I tell you every week, so why why stop? All right, so here we go on today's date, which is the 19th. This is a three energy, which three energy is all about expansion, right? This is the universe. So in normal tarot, major arcana card would be the world. So with this being said, okay, some of the notes that I have here says, things are going well today for you. You have really high hopes. You're feeling very confident, and th- things are about ready, are right in your reach today. And it's just about, finding the wisdom of what you want and which direction you want to go um, today. So making that choice or, you know, daydreaming or I see a lot of that going on today. Um, and which way are you going to go? That's the major message for today. Which way are you going to go? Because it is up to you. We create our own world. We know what's best for ourselves. So we would know which way is the best way for us to go forward, correct? So that is today. And then the tomorrow, which is the 20th, I got a number five. Five is all about change, but this card actually is a mental card, and it is about conflict and a conflict and defeat. Okay, some of us are still having a hard time making a choice. We just don't want to deal with it. We just don't want to move forward. So we're kind of like beating ourselves up for it. And the change needs to happen with is to nurture yourself today because, and maybe the biggest key is forgiving ourselves for not actually, take a little bit of time to heal. I got uh, that we're learning to change how we handle ourselves today, and that sensitivity could or is needed. Maybe even some forgiveness and um, kindness is also needed as well on ourselves. And this would be a good time to surrender those negative feelings. If you're feeling this kind of defeat and everything, just give it to the powers of being or the universe to take care of it for you. Um, on Wednesday, um, Wednesday we have a chakra card. It's about the heart, right? Um, there's some healing that needs to happen. A good way to balance the chakra because it this one normally goes. It doesn't matter. It could be slow, it could be fast, but it normally goes. It doesn't never completely block off. But this is our center for compassion, um, unconditional love, healing. Uh, And the message I got with this is by loving yourself and others, you learn how to forgive and get more in tune with yourself. Okay. Which, when I draw a chakra card, I always draw a second one to kind of give me a heads up. Why am I doing this? Okay. Why is this needed to happen? Well, I got a number two. It's about attraction. This is the highest in the normal tarot, the highest intuitive card, which is the high priestess. Okay. This is saying that you might have a situation that you need to follow your intuition and your heart. Okay. If it doesn't feel right, then please listen to yourself. You know the best thing for you. So please listen to yourself, you know. Um, it's giving you a clear message to in tune to your intuition. Sometimes might be telling you something. Don't ignore it and be open to it. Or is the notes that I got on this one, and making sure you're open to listening to it, because sometimes we get so busy that we can't even hear it. Um, and try to take some time to be able to do that on Wednesday. Now on Thursday, I got a 3, which is about expansion again. Okay, we're trying to develop more. um, this is in the emotional sense, and it's rejoice for celebration. So this is like the pat me on the back kind of thing for the achievements that you've done, all this work that you've done up to. Um, something that is or the notes that I got was, this is something that you've been working on, that's going to come to completion. Success is at hand. Celebrate your achievements and pat yourself on the back. Um, something's coming to completion. You're going to be emotionally satisfied with this achievement, and it's going to be like a kind of day, okay? And you're going to feel a little bit proudful, and you should, okay? So this is a good day. Now, the 23rd, I've gotten a lot of messages saying that the 23rd is going to have some major energies coming into effect. And not only something dealing with the moon, but also some other things that are going on. But I got 2 cards for this day as well, which is ironic, right? Again, a number 3, and it's about expansion. This would be um, your power, your willpower, your self-confidence, your self-esteem. If this is out of balance, they say dance or do yoga, or some kind of movement to get it back into balance. Um, this is also represents some of your inner feelings, because it's going to be a major energy day for everyone. We might have a little anxiety happening here. But understand, I had to draw another card to kind of completely get the whole thing. But understand, we're attracting the truth. Okay. This would be a normal major arcanic energy as well, by the way, and it's judgment. Okay. But what I got with this card is that this is an awakening or a clarity of truth, cosmic consciousness, a wake up call for some of us, understanding coming into focus for you at this time. So this would be a good day for us to, be able to tune to ourselves enough that we will be able to see what is actually going to, we're done with the illusions. We're going to start seeing clear, um, clear confidence in ourselves, and how we're going to maintain that, and how we're going to go forward, because it's all about going forward, right? On our goals. All right. So Saturday. All right. A number 5, which is about change, and this is in the emotional part, and it says emotional loss. Okay. Um, this is the message I got for it. A loss of something or something that you had an emotional attachment to. Honor those feelings, and let it go. Okay. Um, and then continue moving on with your journey. Okay. So because we see the truth maybe on Friday, we might have to let some things go that we might be attached to, and it might be the best thing for us. So please understand that this is not an obstacle. This is not, honor those feelings, but don't let that stop you from going forward and plucking through your life. Um, but definitely, there's some grief going on here in some kind of forms, and there's no right or wrong way of grieving. Everybody has their own way of grieving. So please understand that. But I get the sense that this is more in our belief systems or something about ourselves that we're grieving, that, it's coming into light that, oh, I thought I had something handled, but really you never did. And that we might have to let it go and be done with it finally and move on. On Sunday, which is the last day, which is the 25th, okay? Um, it's a number one. So once we go through that process, it normally happens to be a new beginning. It's a cycle, it seems like. This would be in the normal tarot, the magician. But my notes say that you have all of the tools needed. Learn to tap into them, and you'll be amazed at the effects that you have. Um, and work towards manifesting what you really need or want. Um, and this is like the magician can make anything happen, right? So this would be that you're able to create whatever you want, but you have to act. It's an action card. You have to act to be able to do this. You have to be able to tap into your reserves, and I get the sense that it's not, a lot of people want, or they're wishing for something, but then it never comes in. Why is that? Well, I get the sense that the missing piece is our emotions with it. And then there has to be some faith that goes with it. And we just leave it alone and let the universe not have any expectations on how we get it, but just let the universe do its job. Sometimes it takes a while, it's all in divine timing, and there really is no time over in the universe, and sometimes not even in this plane. Because have you ever noticed when you think you worked on something for 5 minutes, it ended up being like an hour and a half, and just time flies for you when you're in the zone. Um, that is connecting with consciousness, right? And you're in a focused area where you're making something happen. Time might be flowing so fast for us because it really doesn't matter because we're engaged in something. See, a lot of people have a problem putting their emotions. The biggest problem I see on this is when people don't allow it to happen. I mean, manifesting is like a miracle, and we don't care how the miracle happens, right? As long as it happens. But a lot of us don't like giving up control. We expect certain things to happen because that's the way we were programmed. If you go to college, you can get a good job. If you get a good job, then you can afford and be successful financially, and have a better life than your kids. And people are getting out of college right now, and that's not necessarily the case in some aspects. And why is that? Well, if you're wishy-washy about what you want to do, and you have no focus on how you're going to do it, then sometimes um, you'll get wishy-washy results. It'll be hit and miss. So keep that in mind. It does seem like a very good week. A lot of big changes happening in our world. But overall, a very growing week. And we're going to expand our minds and move forward to the next great phase. So hopefully I'll see you next week. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Try to make this as short as I can, but I get windy. Sorry. And if you're in the local area of Richmond, hey, stop by. We have a couple classes. Go to our website at www.sageconnectionsva.com. See you then. Bye.